Good morning, class. Today we will discuss why you should donate to the Susan G. Komen Foundation. The mission of the Susan G. Komen Foundation is to prevent and cure breast cancer by advancing in the world's most promising technologies. Breast cancer is a disease in which malignant cancer cells group together and form in tissue in the breast. With early detection and treatment, the cancer can be very treatable, but without can be extremely deadly. 1 in 8 women in their lifetime will be diagnosed with cancer at some point, and breast cancer is also the second leading cause of death in women in the U.S. Ultimately, this means that more funds are needed to help pay for treatments, further research, prevent further suffering from families with lost loved ones. Breast cancer can be treated in a few different ways. These include surgery, radiation, chemo, hormone therapy, and bone-directed therapy. In 2015, an estimated 231,840 new cases of invasive breast cancer were expected to be diagnosed, and about 60,290 new cases of non-invasive breast cancer. Most of these women in which struggle to pay for treatments or have to go into complete financial debt to pay for their treatments and hospital visits and things such as that. Breast cancer is the leading cause of death in women. About 40,290 women in the U.S. are expected to die from breast cancer in 2015, which is, if you think about it, is a lot. It's a real high percentage compared to who is diagnosed with it. Donating to the Susan G. Komen Foundation will also help fund further research to find more efficient cures and prevention methods. Women in stage 2 survival rates are about 93%, which is a lot higher than what it is in stage 3, which is 72%, and stage 4, which is 22%. So it is clear that if we don't find the cancer early, it is a lot more likely to spread to other parts of the body. And with an advancement in early detection, we can ensure that women will be treated before the cancer can grow or get any worse. 1.7 million cases of breast cancer were diagnosed in 2012, and of those 1.7 million, about 450,000 died out of all of them. At this rate, in about 25 years, that would mean about 10.6 million women that died from breast cancer. The Susan G. Komen Foundation will not stop until that number reaches 0, but they cannot figure out prevention and treatment plans without your help. Breast cancer does not only affect the one diagnosed, but also affect close family and friends. A classmate of ours and a very close friend of mine lost her mom in early June due to breast cancer. She was a 2-time breast cancer survivor who in mid-March was again diagnosed with this terrible disease. And whenever it came back, it was in one of its worst forms and caught very, very late. With more advancement in treatments and early diagnosis methods, she may have had more of a fighting chance. People like Missy Peak taught us to embrace every moment and to always care for others above ourselves. No one should ever have to deal with losing a loved one early, especially when it is to a disease that may have been curable or treatable if it was found earlier. 1 in 4 lives lives with only one parent, and that number is definitely increasing in a lot worse areas throughout the United States and the entire world. When these are due to cancer, it can cause a lot of strain on the child or to the other spouse and things like that. Those who lose family members due to breast cancer are likely to suffer from many physical, emotional, mental, behavioral, and social, spiritual changes that can be extremely negative on their lives. At this time, there are over 2.8 million breast cancer survivors in the United States. But the fight is not over. By donating to the Susan G. Komen Foundation, you are helping fund treatment for the sick, help donate further research, and prevent further suffering of families of lost loved ones to breast cancer, just like Missy Peak. You are ultimately saving lives. The Susan G. Komen Foundation has a goal. It is no more fear, no more hospital visits, no more side effects, and no more needless suffering. No more loved ones need to be lost to breast cancer. Thank you for your time.